crack it open.
None of this matters. It's
Everything
fine.
matters.
Everything's broken.
Everything matters.
Everything's broken.
No, not everything.
There's duct tape. There's
Only because you lost a
there's
part.
there's weird static. Nobody knows what's happening. It's fine.
No, it's effects for
Happy
October.
Monday. Hey, it's a Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? How are you doing today?
I am fabulous. How about yourself?
Well, you saw the last 10 minutes. It's fine.
And don't you all wish you got to see the last 10 minutes?
Don't you wish you were here right now? Because then you would know what we're talking about.
Let's just say it's kind of rough on some Mondays in this room.
Yeah, almost all of them.
Pretty much all of them. Yep, that's
Most.
true. Not most, all. It really is truly all.
Not because of you, not because I'm not being weird about it, not because of the other things, like the important things. It's the small things. It's the details, especially when it comes to technology.
True. And technology can be your friend or your worst enemy.
And that's what it is right now.
And today it's our worst enemy.
Yeah.
So bear with us.
Whatever. This too shall pass.
It will in about 20 minutes.
If you hear any weird static, listen. I can't do anything about it.
It's our sound effects for Halloween.
Let
Right.
me. That's what it should
Go
be.
ahead.
It's one of those. It's like the EKG meters or whatever, or it's like we could just pretend that we have one of those things that's tuned to a certain frequency. That's
telling you.
It's them coming through. So the question is, who died in this room? Are you a friendly ghost?
There is something really exciting going on
Okay.
this week in Story City.
Lay it on me.
So Thursday,
Oh boy.
I know, a couple days, so you got time to plan.
Yeah.
Which is October 24th.
Okay.
Our Historical Society, or the Museums of Story City, does a quarterly event. And this quarter's event is all about the history of grocery stores in Story City.
The history of grocery stores?
Yes. And it's important to know the history of grocery stores for a couple of reasons.
I
First
agree.
of all, did you know that Story City has had over 40 grocery stores in business?
Listen, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
I have a question for you.
Oh, gosh.
How many of those grocery stores were on Broad Street?
You better come on Thursday to find out the answer to that.
I'm so busy.
I know.
What time? Wait, what time on Thursday?
Well, here we go. So, to hear about the history of all the grocery stores that have
because
been
this
in
is
Story
the
City.
only place you can hear about it is if you go there.
I mean,
she's not going to tell us anything here today.
I'm not going to give you all the deets. I might next week, but this week comes
Okay.
to the community center,
Yeah.
or the Sons of Norway.
Yeah.
5:30 to 7. The cool part is you don't have to cook dinner. So Fairway is hosting the meal.
I've heard of them.
You have heard of them.
Yes.
And it is a free will donation because it's a fundraiser for our historical society. But you can come have a meal brought to you by Fairway. And then at 6:15, they'll do the history of grocery stores in Story City.
Wow.
Which will lead up to the big
Yeah.
thing that everybody is over the moon excited about is when is Fairway opening.
Oh,
And
yes.
I am pleased to announce
Wait for it.
the opening day is Wednesday, November 6th at 8 a.m. And you are going to be
Excellent.
able to shop at your local Fairway here in Story City.
Very cool.
It is very cool. So not only this week can you learn about the history of grocery stores, but you can also start
See
celebrating
the future.
the
of
opening
grocery
of
stores.
Fairway coming up.
I can't listen. Maybe the history is it's done. Like once Fairway is here, that's it. Like that they're not going anywhere.
I would.
It's a big thing.
It hopefully might be the end of a chapter of
Yeah.
bringing grocery stores to our community.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think that's a great thing. So yes, 6:15 presentation, 5:30 you can come eat. The event does last till 7. So it's welcome and open to everybody. But they are a great time to come and learn some things about Story City that a lot of us don't know. Like
Yeah.
that there have been over 40 grocery stores. So I'm sure they'll answer the questions of how many of those have been on Broad Street. I
Yeah.
do know a handful of them have been. So come and have your questions ready, and I'm sure they'll have a great presentation for us.
You moved here when?
2010. 2010.
Was it Harlan's then?
It was Harlan's, yeah.
Okay. And then it was the Story City Market.
Yep. So, great to hear all about grocery stores. So excited to have that happen.
That's awesome.
This week. So,
yeah.
But once again, you've heard it here, and I'm sure some of you have seen it on Facebook because it is out there.
Yeah.
Fairway is opening on Wednesday, November 6th at 8 a.m.
Wednesday, November 6th, 8 a.m. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sing a tune about it.
You
Or
might-
something.
But do that. I wonder, like, is there a thing that's happening like on that Wednesday? Or is it just like 8 a.m. they're gonna unlock the door and then it's business as usual?
8 a.m. They'll unlock the door and you get to shop.
And how many of the high school kids that are working there are skipping school that day so that they can get paid? That's what I need to know.
I highly doubt any of them, but I do know there is a lot of people in our community that have been hired and are very excited and been training very hard to make this opening very successful for our community. So
Yeah.
it's awesome all the way around.
Yeah, that's all very exciting.
Yeah. So
incredibly exciting.
Exciting times.
Yep.
So, and then just, Friday night, exciting news that the Roland Story football team will be playing in the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
And they get to host here in Story City. So
Wow.
Roland Story will play on Friday night. So at 7 o'clock is kickoff. Come down. You can come see me in the concession stand with a lot of the GCC board.
You're selling things.
I'm going to make you your pretzel or your hot dog and make sure that you're enjoying and
Nice.
come cheer on Roland Story, hopefully for a victory in the first round of playoffs.
That's awesome.
That is very exciting, mostly
Yeah.
also to host. And it sounds like the weather might be
That's what I
amazing
was-
this week.
That's what I was going to ask. When are we like?
I'm not looking
Can
too
we
far.
count?
Matt.
Can we count on you on this podcast to let us know what the weather?
I honestly have not looked that far out, but if you've noticed, I've gone from sweaters back to tank tops and
Listen.
Welcome
I'm
to
not-
Iowa.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Luckily, I think most of those black bugs kind of died though in that little cold spell we had.
The black bugs?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they mutated into ladybugs and they're everywhere.
Are they really called ladybugs or are they called
I don't care.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
cares. They're the beetles. They're
beetles?
what? And then
they're not a guy beetle.
Some people out there are like, why is it gotta be a lady? I don't get it. Yeah.
But then just another little plug. I've had a little, couple little birdies type messages. Yes, there are announcements of when Trick or Treat is the following week. So
Okay.
Tuesday, October 29th, 4:30 to 6 is the downtown Trick or Treat with Touch a Truck.
Yeah.
Be in the 500 and 600 block of Broad Street.
Okay.
As of right now, we're at about 44 participants. So it should be a very, very busy evening in those blocks.
Yeah. 100%.
And then on Thursday, October 31st is citywide trick
Yeah.
or treat from 6 to 8. And then Bethany Life is also having their trick or treat at Bethany. And they changed the time. It's 5:30 to 7.
Yeah.
So lots of opportunities to go trick or treating in Story City. 2 different nights. So should have no problem getting your kid a candy bar or 2 in town.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Or 40.
Or 40.
A candy bar
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
They're
so-
gonna be everywhere.
They are. So really looking forward to that Halloween time. And as soon as our guest gets here coming up next,
Yeah.
we're going to talk a little bit more of that next week's another Halloween event that you can attend.
Oh.
Yes.
Outdoor movie at the baseball diamond?
Nope, not
Yeah,
this
right.
time.
Not this
Maybe
time.
next time.
All right, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it.
We'll see what
And
20
by working on it, I mean I bring it up here and then I stop talking
Yeah,
about it.
we'll see what 2025 brings. But stay tuned for our guest coming here shortly.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now?
How do you build America's largest wireless network?
Can you hear me now? Good.
By never being satisfied.
Can you hear me now? Good.
until no matter where you go,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
your call goes through.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Hello. How's it going there?
Oh, look at that.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Hello, Moto. Hello, Moto. The Can You Hear Me Now commercials. It was a moment. It was a moment in time.
Yep.
And was that Verizon or AT&T? Sprint? Who was that? I can't remember.
Wasn't it Verizon?
It might have
Can
been.
you hear
Verizon.
me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think it was
Verizon.
Verizon.
Yeah.
Not T-Mobile because nobody can hear on
Well,
T-Mobile.
everybody else already knows because I probably just showed the commercial.
Well, there you go. Mic drop.
So wait,
Wait, what?
because because the dude in the commercial later on he got hired by another
Yeah.
company to go and be like, no, this is the company that you want to be able to hear people through.
Right, he switched.
Yeah, he's a
I don't
switch
remember
hitter.
who he switched to.
Yeah, I don't know. I can picture him,
Yep.
but I don't. Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Why, thank you.
How art thou?
I am wonderful.
Good. Would you like would you like to introduce our guest?
I would love to introduce our guest.
Okay.
And we would love to welcome Leland Schwartz here. I have asked Leland to come talk about something, but to start off, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first, Leland?
Okay. My name is Leland. I live in Story City.
What's your sign?
My sign is Leo.
Wow, that's a double L.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Wow.
Absolutely. So yeah, live in Story City with my wife Erin.
Okay.
We have two children at home, Julianne and Olivia, 8th grade and 5th grade.
Yeah.
And we have two cats.
We are
at
getting
home.
deep.
That's right. Hey, you wanted to know who I am?
brought it up.
This is who I am.
Okay, what's the cat's names?
Tigger and Kitty Softpaws.
Okay.
Kitty Softpaws.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
from the movie Puss in Boots.
Oh, yes.
I didn't even go there.
yes.
It
Yep.
was just so cute.
Fair.
So, Leland, I asked you to come today because you have something coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
a
actually, in
little
2
less.
weeks, it'll be done.
Pretty much.
So, you are part of the cast of Church Basement Ladies. And can you tell us what role you are playing in that production?
So I play Pastor Gunderson.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. He is the kind of awkward pastor who's just, always there.
Yeah.
But it's the ladies' show,
Where is this pastor from?
Oh, well, we're all from Minnesota, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how far north we were
Oh,
talking.
yeah, we're way far up there, eh?
Okay. Basically
it's-
Canada.
Oh, pretty much.
All right.
It takes us several hours to get down to the cities. The cities. That's
Respect.
definitely a thing throughout the shows. There's even a song called The Cities. Oh, it is a fun one for sure.
Very cool.
So, Leland, you're a part of the cast of 5, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So you have 4 ladies, and we have met 2 of them a couple weeks ago, and yourself. And so the production is Church Basement Ladies, like we said, and it's going to be at the community center. So why don't you tell us a little bit of what the storyline is of Church Basement Ladies?
So it's set in just 4, there are 4 different scenes. Each one is a different event that takes place in the church. We start with a lutefisk supper that has a historic turnout. 200 people end up showing up to this thing, which is wonderful. Never had that before. Then the next scene is a funeral. Kind of bring it down a little bit. We got very sweet and a little bit sad. But then we come back with a furnace fundraiser, which is a Hawaiian holiday themed furnace fundraiser. Oh yeah, it's a doozy, all right. We got leis all over the place, and we've got some a cute little bunny cake. Oh, I tell you, everyone is so excited about this.
Nice.
Oh, and then we finish up with a nice wedding.
Excellent.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So it sounds like it's a good time that will be had by all who attend.
Absolutely.
So I kind of asked you to come. Can you give us like your favorite line or scene that you get to do in the show to kind of give them a little snippet?
So there is so much stuff that is funny in this show. I had never seen the show before doing this, and I am very glad that I did. It is hilarious. It's heartwarming. It's got all of the emotions in it. But one of the most fun parts for me is when I get to jump into the bunny suit. That is definitely a fun one. I also really enjoy the little bit of ribbing that goes back and forth between the Lutherans and the Catholics. There's a song about that in there.
Okay.
Which, as a person who grew up Lutheran and then married a Catholic person, I have definitely witnessed a lot of the things that they talk about.
It hits home a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it definitely does. So, I started telling Erin about that, and she got a little defensive. So I want to make it clear out there that it's not Lutherans bashing on Catholics. There's maybe a smidge of that, but we also make fun of ourselves. And
But let me ask you, for the sake of this podcast and our ratings, could you tell us which one is the right one?
well, I mean, the church basement ladies it's set in a Lutheran church, so I won't say one way or another. I'll let you decide.
There
on
you have it, folks. There you have it.
Feel like you need to attend to know one of those things. So you're doing 4 performances.
Yep.
But I have heard only 3 of them have tickets available still. So
Yep.
we have a sold out day on Sunday.
Very cool.
So tickets are available for Thursday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd. All the shows are at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And all the shows are at the community center.
Yep.
Tickets are going fast.
They are. There's only a few tickets remaining for. I just talked to Grant, our director, and he said that there were about 15 tickets remaining for Thursday and Friday, and about 25 tickets remaining for Saturday.
So if you're watching this right now, hurry up and get online and get those tickets bought, because I have a feeling it'll be a sold out 4 days, which is amazing. It's an amazing thing. So Leland, let's talk a little bit, not always about the show. So you've done a couple of productions for Judge Story before that people might have seen you. Why don't we give them a little history lesson on what shows you've been in?
Yeah, so this will be my 4th show now with Judge Story.
Excellent.
Really started when my girls got into doing some acting. They've been doing the children's plays for several years now. Then they jumped into Sound of Music when we did that a few years back, and they really enjoyed that. And it kind of brought up some emotions for me of missing doing this, because I did plays and musicals when I was in high school and in college, and then I kind of got away from it for a long time. But then I jumped back in when we did Shrek 2 years ago. Yep. And I was one of the 3 little pigs in that.
Yeah, you were.
And one of the Duloc dancers. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And, doing that, it made me really want to continue doing it.
I would be remiss just because I got to experience the 3 little pigs. I was just wondering if you happen to remember a line and the particular accent that you might have used for said line in that show. And I'm listening.
What was the Q-in line? I remember the accent, yeah.
There it is. That's enough for me.
There you go.
That's enough for
There
me.
you go. So you mentioned getting reconnected because your family's involved. So your wife, Erin, is actually co-directing for the kids' production that's happening in December. Is that correct?
Yep.
And what is that show?
Yeah, so they are doing The Adventures of Rose Red, Snow White's less famous sister.
Okay.
And that one it's really funny. I've helped my kids run some of their lines leading up to it, and they're doing really great with that. It's going to be a fun production. And that one there's so much interest in our children's productions right now. They even have 2 different casts One is going to be performing on Saturday, one's performing on Sunday. So
That's wonderful.
It's really exciting.
That is
That's very
awesome.
cool.
Absolutely awesome. So before you leave us and prepare to bring on this stellar Lutheran show to Story City, any final words to somebody that hasn't purchased their tickets yet?
Oh, you better get them fast because, they're going hot just like this Lutefisk supper is.
Awesome. Well, Leland, I thank you for taking time today. And if you want to see more of that, definitely make sure you're getting your tickets to Church Basement Ladies.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
Can't wait.
Can't
Thank
wait.
Leland, in the spirit of the Three Little Pigs, could you please say goodbye and sign us off?
Oh, yeah. Well, we thank you so much today. Bye-bye now.
Now you have to come back every week. I'm
right?
sorry. All right. We'll see you, everybody.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
Monday.